Dun, dun, dun. Luke, chapter 2. All right, so the moment you guys all been waiting for. So this is about Joseph and Mary. So they went down to Bethlehem, the town of David, right? And of course, the baby was born. There was no room, no places to stay, so he was born in a manger, wrapped in clothing and everything, right? So an angel appeared to some shepherds that were out there tending to herds, and they just told them about this baby that Mary had just gave birth to and everything that he would do and all these cool things, all these great things. So the shepherds were like, After the angels left, they was like, we got to go to Bethlehem. We have to see this for ourselves, right? So they pack up their stuff and they head to Bethlehem. And then they see Mary and they see the baby. And it was everything that the angels had told them. So they went out spreading the word, spreading the goodness about the baby that Mary had and all the wonders that he would do. And then what happened was on the 8th day, when they went to circumcise the baby, that's when they named him Jesus. And then Mary and Joseph had to take him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord, right? So when they get to Jerusalem, there's a man in Jerusalem named Simeon, right? And he had it had been revealed to him that he would not die until he had seen the Messiah, right? So he was so happy to meet baby Jesus at this time. He blessed them. He was just full of astonishment. He was excited. He was happy, right? He blessed them, and he told Mary, he said, this child is destined to cause the falling and risings of many in Israel, and to be the sign that will be spoken against, so that the thoughts of many hearts will be revealed, and a sword will pierce your own soul too. So that right there is powerful. But he spoke that to Mary. So after Mary and Joseph did everything they had to do in Jerusalem, they head back to their hometown, right? But every year, they would go back to Jerusalem for a festival called Festival of the Passover, right? And so one year, when Jesus was 12, they go out to this festival. And after the festival, they're heading back home, like always. But Jesus wasn't there. Jesus wasn't with them. Jesus had decided to stay in Jerusalem, right? So after, think about any parent, their child, you realize that he's not with you. They're panicking. They're like, where is he? They're trying to find him. So after 3 days, they found him. And Jesus was in the temple. Listen. Here, this is the powerful thing. He was sitting in the temple, right? And he was listening to the teachers. He was listening to them, asking them questions. And everybody was amazed at how he was able to comprehend these things, the things that he already knew. And then Mary found him. And she said, what did Mary said? Why? Asked Jesus, she said, why he treated them the way he did. Meaning, like, I feel like she was saying, why did you have us wondering where you are? And listen, Jesus' response was powerful. At 12 years old, he said, why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house? That is powerful. That lets you know that he wasn't talking about his earthly father. He loved Joseph dearly, but he was talking about his heavenly father. And at an early age, he was already seeking to learn more and to do what his father had called him to do. He was about his father's business. So, needless to say, chapter 2 is about the birth of Jesus and how at an early age he allowed and listened to what God had already spoken to him, and he was just doing what he was called to do.